Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh shines the power, yeah. I'm chilling up in the kingdom, chilling with Yahweh Shai and all the brothers and the sisters, cooling out, having fun, drinking yayan with Yahweh Shai up in the kingdom, yeah.
Who are we? Israel! Then who are we? Israel! Can't be you!
Israel.
Who's the power?
Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh shines the power,
I said, who's the power?
Yahweh Bahashim.
Shalom, Israel.
Shalom!
All right, thank you for joining us for another class here at ISBHPK, Israelite School of Biblical History and Practical Knowledge. We're here at 2610 Granby Street, all right, Norfolk, Virginia. As you see, we have the one and only QATAZAP, right? Brother's back from Rochester, making his way back down south, so glad to have him here, all right?
Glad to be here.
Right? And we're going to go over just announcements for brothers and sisters that's new to the channel. All those that have been in touch with flyers, that may have came in contact with us in our business. This is not our only school. We have other locations in Houston, Texas, as well as in Rochester, New York, all right, and San Antonio. So as you see on the screen, the time, everything is there for you. We have class live on Friday here in VA. We are still having class Tuesday and Thursday. We may not be online, but we are still in the building turning up, all right, in the scriptures. So check us out. If you know anybody in the area, send them our way, all right? And if you are in the area, it's a different vibe when you actually sit down in the seats. So understand that, listen, if you're in the city, good. You're watching online, take the next step. Come into class, right? Get you a bar this heat in person, all right? Other ways that you can check us out, we also have who's that? Priest ZAYAN with his Blog Talk Radio, all right? With his Blog Talk Radio. And you can find him on Blog Talk Radio /Mashaba, MASHAHBA. A lot of classes. A lot of I'm gonna say it again, a lot of continual edification on different topics for a long time. There's a lot of archived classes that he has, all right? You can check that out. And we also have other channels. We have our Hidden Truth Bible Show, we have the news channel, and we have the 5 Minutes of Wisdom. So please subscribe, check that out, send it to your loved ones, especially the Hidden Truth Bible Show. A lot of good topics. We're trying to get 1,000 views, all right? Until we drop the next couple videos, so please share it, please watch it. You know, you might have to click a couple times, man. That'd be nice. You know, watch the ads. Watch the ads. They say that's how you get a couple duckies, right? The ads, right? We don't know how it works, but still, the 5 Minutes of Wisdom is dedicated for those that are new to the truth. All right. So if you're new, you have family members that are new, send it to them. You know, it's not too heavy. There's good topics on there: how to control anger, right? How to choose a spouse. We have, what else is on there? There was a topic about just dealing with in the coronavirus, right? The epidemic or the pandemic, you know, how to deal through that. So a lot of good topics. Again, we do this for brothers and sisters, so please check that out. Feast days, real quick, feast days. We have Feast of Trumpets, which is going to be on the 5th. All right, so whatever city, whatever respective city you are in, join. All right, so we're definitely going to be holding it here in VA. Please hit up, you know the number, QATAZAP and Priest, and they'll let you know exactly where it's going to be at. But if you have our address, you know where it's going to be. So, again, this is going to be the Feast of Trumpets, which is September the 5th. All right, we got Day of Atonement. All right, Day of Atonement is coming up on September the 14th. All right, and then we have the Feast of Tabernacles, which is September 19th. It's about to go down this month, man.
Yeah.
Call this the turn-up month. Right? Feast of Tabernacles, what, 8 days? So we'll probably feast for about maybe 5 to 6, you know. Give the belly a couple days just to digest and, fade off the collar, the collar.
We're going to the woods with San Antonio.
Oh, Houston is?
Yeah.
Oh, lucky.
God.
Okay, so
You gonna be camping.
Houston's
Yeah.
adventuring to San Antonio to dwell within tents.
Yeah.
Tents.
Yeah, man.
So, it's a beautiful thing to be able to be close, congregate with brothers and sisters. It's a beautiful thing to come get together during Passover. So, hey, I'm with it. We're going to hold it down out here in PA, right? So, we're going to have to do a little tent, maybe in the school or, hit the bayou somewhere, hold post.
Find the biggest backyard.
Right, biggest backyard, hold post, all that good stuff. All right, so again, Feast of Trumpets is September the 5th. All right. Day of Atonement, September the 14th. Please write these down. And Feast of Tabernacles is going to be on the 19th. All right, so looking forward to those. Israel wear. If you need any type of garments, headbands, armbands, girdles, pants, shirt, fringe shirts, tunics, please hit up the sisters. They will hook it up for you. All right. The sisters have been doing a good job. Check them out on Everything Israel. Everything is Israel wear or Everything Israel wear on Facebook. And hit them up. Hit them up for whatever you need, whatever design that you think. Tie your shoes out. Whatever design you need, all right? Hit them up on there, all right? And we also have a subscription package as well to where you can get a fringe shirt every month, all right? You don't have to worry about, if you don't have a rib going down to the Chinese parlor and she mess up your fringes and, reverse does the border of blue. Be like, what is this? Hit up the sisters. We got you. I think it's $35 for a shirt, all right? $75 per month if you want a shirt and a headband. They're very unique designs. They're different. Every month changes. We also have couple designs as well, or male and female. So definitely sign up for that. You can find that on isbhpk.com/friends up. All right, trying to get through these. Hebrew Academy for all those men, right, young men, or those in age still that want to learn and participate in raising your nation the right way. Holla at us, man. Hebrew Academy. This has been going on for years. We have a curriculum and an academic teaching brothers the proper way to teach, right? Breakdowns, speaking, street speaking, reading. Listen, a lot of young men, 8 years old, 7 years old, they're in here saluting, reading stronger than grown men. All right, but we got to see where that came from. It came through repetition. So again, we have this Monday and Tuesday through all schools, Houston, Virginia, and Rochester. So please hit us up if you're interested. If you need to contact any of the priests, hit up Priest Kazaki, hit up Priest QATAZAP. Kazaki is going to be in Rochester for the next 3 months. So, again, you see that we're doing our job. All right, we're trying to get around, facilitate what's needed. I'll be here in Virginia, and QATAZAP will be in Houston holding it back down again. All right, until the next rotation. But again, hit us up, and we'll definitely get back to you. If it's during class, please text only. If you have any questions and concerns, please text them and get them off your chest. All right. Sweet Ambiance is a business that we have. We've been supporting the school. You see it. You want to smell as good as we do. Get on Instagram. Get on the Facebook. Get on the website. Join. Ask us questions. Again, you want your bath bombs, face toners, right? Bath salts. Anything you need, we got you. So please hit us up. All right. Any donations? If it's a book, Bible Apocrypha, please hit us up. It doesn't matter. I'm going to say this. We got 3 schools. We're trying to get Rochester up and running. We're trying to add more businesses to facilitate the brothers that we have, to facilitate the buildings that we have. Because one thing that we've been doing throughout the years is what? Supporting the truth. You see this through our sacrifice. But we ask brothers and sisters if you will sacrifice as well. Monthly. If you can give, $100, $200, whatever you can. Like I said, we spend $100 at Texas Roadhouse. Get you a little Moabite entree, right? That's about 120 for the family, man. Noodles and chicken, right? Come on, man, cook that at the house. But just showing that, again, if you want to sacrifice, if you can give, we greatly appreciate it. If you can, listen, we're still doing this out of our love, right? Because it was done for us as well. So, again, if you have anything you can give, you see it on the screen. But I'll go ahead and give it to QATAZAP, and we'll get into class, all right?
Shalom.
Shalom.
How's everybody feeling?
Shalom.
It's my deep voice. Everybody good? Con. So, put together a little class for y'all. Y'all see the title? What we got the title as? What's the title? Worthless Israelites. Right? So, you can throw it again. I want to go through this class and talk about self-worth. Self-worth and what it is that either builds it or destroys it. All right, so let me ask y'all a question. Does the Most High need us? Most High don't need us, right? Why does he not need us?
Because he's the creator.
Because he's the creator, Khan. What else?
Scripture say he could raise up a rock.
Right, he can raise up stones.
Stones.
Right? What you gonna say, Danielle? Talk loud.
Because he's the power of all powers.
Because he's the power of all powers, right? He can raise up stones to worship him. Now, because he doesn't need us, does that mean that he don't prefer us? Does he prefer us over stones? How do we know that he prefers us over stones? How do we know that he prefers us over stones? What?
Deuteronomy 7:6 said he chose us above all people.
He chose us, but what if he said, man, I'm done choosing y'all? Right? Think about how many stone-headed moves we make. And he still gives us grace. He still gives us mercy, right? So we got to remember that the Most High don't need us. But he prefers us. And in him preferring us, he gave us value. He put a price on our head. Y'all get that? What do I mean by he put a price on our head? Like he put a bounty out to kill you? Or what do I mean by he put a price on our heads?
Saying that we have value.
You say that we got a value, right? That he already gave us. He gave us a value. He gave you a value no matter what. Just being an Israelite, he gave you value. Just having that title, right? Being part of the 12 tribes. Having his word. He gave you value. So go to Isaiah 13 and 12. Let's see how much value the Most High gave us. Bakar.
Isaiah chapter 13, verse 12.
Right?
I will make a man more precious than fine gold.
Right. See, the Most High said he'll make a man, he'll give you value above the finest gold on the earth. Not just a man, but a woman also. Right? He said he'll give us value above all gold, but see, the thing is, and I don't want to jump, he said he will make a man. He will. Right? He's putting it out there that it's possible for you to attain something. Go ahead.
Even a man than the gold wedge of Ophir.
Right, even a man than the gold wedge of Ophir. Right? So the Most High, he's put a price on our heads, and he's valued us above what man deems precious. Right? What the carnal mind deems precious. Go to Isaiah chapter 43 and verse 3.
God.
Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 43 verse 3.
Read.
For I am the Lord thy God,
Go ahead.
the Holy One of Israel,
Read.
thy Savior.
Go ahead.
I gave Egypt for thy ransom.
Wait, I did what?
I gave Egypt for thy ransom.
So the Most High said, I got so much value for you. I put so much of value on you. I'm going to give a whole nation as a ransom for you. And he did that. Right? Remember those 10 plagues? He ransomed Egypt out. He ransomed the firstborn of all Egypt through death, through flies, through pestilence. He ransomed them for our lives. Go ahead.
Ethiopia and Seba
Right?
for thee,
Go ahead.
since thou wast precious.
Since thou was what?
Precious.
Since thou was what?
Precious.
Think about when you hold something precious. Man, that's so precious to my heart. It's dear to me. The Most High looked at us as precious. Go ahead.
In my sight, Thou hast been honorable.
These are important words. Precious, honorable, value. A lot of these words we don't even put on ourselves sometimes because we got low self-esteem. Because we don't look at ourselves as any value at all. But, you know, we know what the world has done to us. We know what our families have done to us. We know what our so-called loved ones have done to us, the ones without the wisdom. They beat us down. They've used us. They've abused us. They've shown us that what? I don't care about your worth. You're only worth what I need you to be worth. You're only worth it when I need something from you. We all been through those things, right? But the Most High is showing us that, listen, through all your ups, through all your downs, the value doesn't have to change. The value is supposed to get better. Honorable, precious. Go ahead.
And I have loved thee.
And I have what?
Loved thee.
Go ahead.
Therefore will I give men for thee.
Right?
And people for thy life.
Right. So somebody look up the definition of the word precious. And let's get a little bit more understanding on that. These words are important to look up because they give a little bit more light to what it is we're going over. Yeah. Hey, it's good to see everybody too, man. Shalom. It's been a while. It's been a while. Right? Go to make sure you go to the 1828 and look up precious. Tell me what you got.
Precious, Webster 1828.
Right?
Of great price.
Of great price. Go ahead.
Costly.
Costly. Read.
As a precious stone.
Right?
Of great value or worth.
Go ahead.
Very valuable.
Right. So the Most High, just in two scriptures, the Most High is letting us know we're very valuable to Him. I don't need you. I don't need you.
Right.
But you are valuable. Now, because there's a certain thing about us that invokes value. Go ahead, read on.
Highly valued.
Right?
Much esteemed.
Much esteemed. To the point where I'll give men for you.
I'll murder for you.
I'll set things on fire for you. I'll burn out America for you.
Yep.
I'll flood cities for you.
God.
Y'all see that? I'll fight battles for you. What else you got? Keep going.
Yeah,
That was it?
Yeah, that was it.
Highly valued, much esteemed. Right. So from there, go to Luke. Go to Luke 12 and verse 6.
Luke.
And this is just a point on that the Most High gave us a value and a worth. Off the top, He gave us value and He gave us a worth, man. And this is what we got to understand, that when you come to serve the Most High, that there is a value that's associated with that. It's valuable. There's a value that's on top of your head.
Right.
And you got to live up to that value. What you got?
It's a definition of precious. It says of great value. It says not to be wasted or treated carelessly.
See?
Not to be wasted or treated carelessly.
Right, because who takes their money, who takes their wallet, walks through the street and just throws it, opens it and throws the money into the air? Why? Because you look at money as value, right? Right. You may squander off a few bucks, but who walks and just takes 100 and just rips it in half and that ain't nothing. Right? You might do that with $1, barely. With a $100 bill, you just gonna start ripping up hundreds? No, because you value it, right? You're not gonna waste it. You're not gonna waste it, but what about your value? What about our value as the servants of the Lord? Are we wasting our value? Are we diminishing our value? Are we adding to our value? Now, remember, the title is Worthless. What is it? Worthless Israelites.
Worthless in the truth.
Worthless in the truth. Not just Israelites, right? I'm talking about people that, the ones that are associated in a body and supposed to be working together and building. I'm not talking about the self-alites, the self-taught-alites, the ones that, oh no, I don't need no teacher. I'm I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about us. The ones in here. The ones that know I gotta congregate. I gotta be unified. Right? The ones that know I gotta prefer one another. This is who I'm talking to. Not the rogue agents in YouTube land or in Facebook land. Not right now. I ain't dealing with y'all right now. Read on. Where we at?
Luke chapter 12, verse 6.
Go ahead, Xavier.
Are not 5 sparrows sold for 2 farthings?
Go ahead. So,
And
see, he's given the price. He's given the price of sparrows and farthings, right? These are birds and things like that. He's saying, what are they sold for? Go ahead.
And not one of them is forgotten before the Most High.
And not what?
And not one of them is forgotten before the Most High.
Right, because the Most High, like he said, don't the birds of the field get taken care of? Don't the lilies get taken care of? He don't forget them. And they're of little value. They're of little value. When a bird dies, where does his spirit go? Does the Most High say, come, my little birdie, come and worship me? Nah, it says that spirit goes into the dirt.
Back to the ground.
Back to the ground, let's start over and with another bird, another dog, another horse. Right? But where does our spirit go? To the Most High. Let's collect him and do it again. Let's collect her and do it again, right? Because there's a higher value associated. You saw what?
No, I said being washed through the regeneration.
Yeah, do that regeneration, right? But there's a higher value that's put on us, man. Go ahead.
But even the very hairs of your head are numbered.
See, the Most High can tell you the hairs on your head, the number. You're like, man, that's impossible. But that's how much value, that's how much he cares. That's how much value you have in the eyes of the Most High. It's off top, right? Again, I want you to think about the things you value in life, right? And what do you do with the things you value? If you value your vehicle, you'll know every single scratch, right? Damn, man, where'd that? No, that wasn't there yesterday, right? Your pair of kicks, you'll know every single scuff. If you value your rib, you'll see the diminishing of her spirit or what makes her spirit go up and down. Whatever you value, you're going to look into deeply. Why? Because you actually care about it. Because you want it to continue to increase in value. Right? Right. Go ahead.
Fear not, therefore.
Right. No, that's it on that. So, just showing that the Most High put a value on everything, but we're more valued above all. We're more valued above all. Now, I know y'all are probably asking, well, QATAZAP, what is this value based on? Are y'all? Y'all with me? What is the value? What do y'all think? What is our value based upon? He gave us this value. He said, I'm gonna make you more precious than gold. But what makes that value fluctuate? What is it based on? Come on, Michael, you got it.
Our obedience.
Okay, obedience. What else? I like that. Right on point. What else?
What we could bring to the body.
What we could bring to the body. What else? Sis. Oh no, bro. QATAZAP.
Our consistency.
Consistency. What else? Y'all are right. Y'all are saying right answers. You have answers? No? What else? Some of you sisters, come on. Rock them on. Commitment. Right? All positive traits, right? So go to 1 Peter 1:22. Hey, pass on. You know what I mean? Go to 1 Peter 1:22 because the value is based upon something. The value is based upon something, and the more we attain to this, the more valuable we are, right? So I want you to read 1 Peter 1:22.
1 Peter chapter 1 verse 22.
Go ahead.
Seeing ye have purified your souls.
Wait, it's based on what?
Seeing ye have purified your souls.
See, the value is based on how well am I purifying my soul.
Yep.
How well am I purifying my soul? Now, to purify your spirit, your soul, there's a lot that goes into that. Right? Because it depends on what type of person you are. How filthy am I? So there has to be a level of recognition, first and foremost. I'm filthy. I need to be purified. How willing am I to go through the trials and put the word into use and apply what the scriptures say to gain a level of purification? Purification is just another word for what? You do it every day.
Hopefully.
Cleaning.
Hopefully.
Cleanse, right? I hope we bathe it every day, physically and mentally, right? Washing your thoughts through the word and washing your body with some soap, right? It's just another word for cleaning. How well am I cleaning myself mentally? How well am I, because think about it. When you clean, you got to know that things are dirty to clean it, right? We ain't moving like Esau, right? We ain't moving like Esau that says, I only clean myself when I see the dirt. You got to know that you're moving around and you're doing different things and you were into so many different things in your life that you're dirty. It may not be so apparent, right? But we're all dirty. We're all filthy. Y'all see that? So, go ahead, read on.
In obeying the truth.
In what?
In obeying the truth.
So, obedience. Who said it? Commitment, obedience, right? All these things are, value. Oh, add 10 more cents to his value. Add 10 more cents to her value, right? The more obedient I am, the more willing I am to be purified and cleansed. Go ahead.
And through the Spirit.
Right.
Unto unfeigned love.
Right, unfeigned love. Not fake. Not fake. I can't be around and fake it. Like, I'm here to die for Christ. And then you're getting put through the cleaning, the cleansing, the purification process, and you fight. That's fake. It's fake, and that's why the value goes down.
Yep.
That's why the price on your head, you started at 100, and through your walk in the truth, you have 50, 25.
Yeah.
It's like, wait a minute. Why are you supposed to be increasing? Right? But what is it? I'm not willing to go through the trials. I'm not willing to take correction. I'm not willing to hear about myself. I don't want nobody to tell me I'm dirty over here. Right? No, you dirty as hell. But no, don't point that out. Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear that right now. I want to hear that I'm clean, that it's all good. I want to hear that I'm trying. We all trying, right? But is trying good enough?
No.
Because you more than tried in the world. I guarantee that. When it was time for a worldly feast day, you overdid it. Come on, some of y'all celebrated your birthday for 30 days. Birthdays on the end of the month, you start partying the first weekend in the month, turn up month, Scorpio season, right? And the whole month is your birthday. You turned up that whole month. You celebrated Christmas, Thanksgiving Day. You start setting up lights on what is it? On Halloween, right? You celebrated Christmas in October.
Yep.
But we got feast days coming up. Where's the enthusiasm? Where's the excitement? Or is it just I'm jaded because I did 5 years of feast days? I'm jaded because, man, I've been here. I know what that's about. Tabernacles. What do you do? 8 days of eating, right? More blowing the trumps. Man, just more work.
Not even going to read about it.
Right. Where's the enthusiasm for the things that the Most High has set up for us? Because if you don't put value on the things that the Most High has, you're not going to put value in yourselves.
Yep.
You're not going to put the things in yourself to make you valuable. Y'all see this? Y'all with me? Okay. Let's see. Let's keep going. Read on.
Of the brethren.
Right. Unfeigned love of the brethren. Right? Because who's going to be the ones putting you through the purification? Ain't it going to be the brethren? The sisters, the elder sisters putting you young hardheads through the process? Nah, sis, we don't talk like that. No, we don't act like that. No, we're going to do it like this. And what do you got to do as a young sister? Young sisters, what do you got to do? You got to shut up and roll. You got to shut up and roll with it. You got to listen to their experience. What do we got to do as young bros? Shut up and roll. I have to shut up and roll with things. I have to shut up and roll with things. And roll with the experience. Y'all see that? Go ahead.
See that ye love one another with a pure heart, fervently.
Right. Go to Romans 6 and 16. This is what it's about. It's about being willing. QATAZAP, get it. It's about being willing to go through the purification. Right. Think about a garment when it's super filthy. How many times you got to wash that thing to get it clean? Too many times, right? Couple of different cycles. You got to use different detergents, right? That Tide ain't strong enough, man. I got to get that Oxy clean. Some things you just got to toss out. This ain't never going to get clean. But the process of the purification, and it's not quick. It's sometimes not easy. But you have to be willing to deal with it and go through it. Right? Read Romans 16 and 6.
16 and 6.
Romans 6 and 16. I'm sorry. That's mine.
Romans 6 and verse 16.
Mm-hmm.
Know ye not that to whom ye yield yourselves servants
Go ahead.
to obey,
Read.
his servants ye are to whom ye obey.
Right. So sticking with this, what is the value based on? Well, your value is based on who you yield yourself to. Because you can have value in two respects. You can be valuable to the Most High, or you can be Satan's little minion. And you can be valuable to him. He loves the playground of the mind, right? He loves the haughty spirit. He loves the rebellion. He loves the contentious man and woman. He loves it. So you could be of value to him, or you can yield yourself to the purification of the Most High. Satan just wants to keep you dirty. Yeah. He just wants to keep us filthy, doing his bidding. Y'all understand? Go ahead.
Whether of sin.
Whether of what?
Sin.
Read.
Unto death.
Go ahead.
Or of obedience.
Or of what?
Obedience.
Or of obedience, right? Seeing you have purified your souls in obeying. So you could be the obedient child or the disobedient child. Either way, you're going to have a level of a value. But see, Satan's value is a trick. He's like, yeah, I value you, my son. I value you, my daughter. But you're literally going down in stock. You're losing stock. You're losing worth. You're losing worth in the body. You're losing worth in your home. Your husband looking at you different, like, man, she done changed. What's going on with her? Your wife looking at you different. Man, he used to be a stand-up guy. He used to be a man of the Lord. What's going on with him? Read on.
Or of obedience unto righteousness.
Right, and it's a question. Don't you know that who you yield yourself to is who you're going to be valued by? Basically, is what it's saying. It could be righteousness or it could be death. Read on.
But the Most High be thanked.
Read.
That ye were the servants of sin.
Go ahead.
But ye have obeyed from the heart that form of doctrine which was delivered you.
See, it goes back to the obedience, man. How obedient am I to the things that I've learned? How obedient am I to the new man? How dedicated am I to putting off the old man? How dedicated am I to, can I be honest? Or can y'all be honest with me? Y'all gonna be honest with me? Or y'all gonna play games? Who in here likes to be told about themselves? Raise your hand. If you like to be told about yourselves. Everybody needs to have their hand down.
Definitely. Right.
I'm talking about not just, hey, you're doing good, but in all aspects. Nobody likes it, right? Y'all don't like it, right? You better change your mind. You better get your mind right if you don't like it.
Right. Yeah. And I like that question, because a lot of us aren't really recognizing that when you don't like to be told about yourself, you're not understanding that you'll never be able to have this love unfeigned with brothers.
Yep.
Because you're so damn selfish. You're so selfish that you only care about yourself. And you know what happens with selfish people? You destroy things around you.
Yep.
You understand that? You destroy individuals around you. Because why? You don't think that you're dirty. You don't think that you're bad off enough to be fixed, to be purified. No, I ain't got to go through that. Selfishness. But not really understanding that you say that what? I care, I love, or you even look at yourself as being something of value, but it's like, no, you mentally aren't there. You mentally cannot be molded into anything except a rock. That's all you are going to be, is a rock. Because think about it, most gold, it comes from the ground, right? So it looks like a rock, it has a lot of debris on it. Like the brothers was just watching, the young kids was watching a sword, a knife that had to get like all the way tainted, had to get all the corrosion off of it. It was a process. But if you never know that you have to be cleaned or there's something wrong with you, you'll never allow yourself to go through the process to be able to do what? To be that individual for brothers and sisters around you. Again, it's a beautiful thing if you're looking at it. But brothers and sisters, man, you're selfish, and that's why you really don't like the correction, because you don't see the bigger view of what the Most High is trying to do with you. We are very, what do they call it? Narrow-minded. You're narrow-minded, man. It's me. That's why you got that old ghoul mentality. Gargoyle mentality. You don't care about nothing. You'll die and be prideful before giving up change, before wanting to be clean.
And the thing is, if you don't like to, imagine a wife that doesn't like to be told that she's not doing something that's pleasing to her husband. Just think about that. It is selfish, because in your mind, you're doing everything correct, and it doesn't matter what someone says to me. I'm going to do it the way I want to do it.
Right, according to my way.
As a brother, there's already a program set up, right, for brothers and for sisters, things set up in the body. And for new people to come in, I don't care what profession you're in. I don't care what job you ever had. Whoever walked into a job and trained themselves.
Right. You sat down white man's job, man.
Whoever walked into a job and was like, yeah, nigga, I'm going to train myself. I'm good. I don't need the trainer.
You was right.
You can go home, because I don't need to be told nothing.
Nah,
Who did that?
You was an orientation little man.
Yeah, who did that? Who walked into school and was like, math teacher, you can take a break. I'm gonna tutor myself. Who did that? But see, we try to do that in the truth, like, yeah, I'm good. I don't need to hear that. I don't want to hear that. But it's selfish, because now with the person, the relationship that you're in, the value is, what am I doing in this relationship towards my husband, towards my wife? Am I the man that counsels and figures out problems? Am I the wife that's the pillar of rest for the husband? And not just because I cooked and cleaned today, right? Not because I cooked and cleaned, I'm a pillar of rest. It's a lot more to it than that. Am I his peace? Right? Am I Shalomaya? Right? Am I his peace? Right? Do I, or am I the contention in his life? Am I the reason that he just hangs his head in the streets like, damn?
Yeah, the rest of
her again?
Distress.
I got to counsel about her again, and he just, hey, Shalom, we got to counsel out, and he just sighs bitterly. Well, you have to be willing to be told. You have to be willing to at least hear that, okay, you can improve. I like to call it constructive criticism. I don't use the word check. That's too hard for some of us. He checked you. No, it's constructive criticism. We don't use white people words. You know why? Because our people respect white words. Edomite terminology. Corrective criticism and teaching moments. Right? Hey babe, this is a teaching moment. Come on over. You know what I'm saying? Let me constructively criticize you on such and such. It's like we respect that more than the way we talk. Get your Bible. Sisters be shrinking at that. Brothers too. Get your Bible. You start sweating bullets. What did I do? Yep. Well, if you're willing to hear it and not worry about what you did, But let us tell you, guess what? There goes your value going up. You see that? Where we at?
Verse 18.
Nope. Go to 1 Peter 4:1. Go to 1 Peter 4:1. So we're understanding that this value is predicated on how much of obedience we have towards the Most High, our husbands, the brethren, the body. How obedient am I to what has been laid out already? To what's already being done? Bakar.
First Peter.
Right? QATAZAP, pick up. How obedient am I to what has already been laid down? And how much am I willing to go through the process to pick things up and to assimilate myself into what's already happened? Go ahead. Where you at?
1 Peter 4 and verse 18.
Go ahead.
And if the righteous scarce
1 Peter 4:1.
for what?
Right.
For as much then as Christ hath suffered for us in the flesh,
Go ahead.
arm yourselves likewise
Right.
with the same mind.
So the mind state has to be, well, I got to go through it. Yahushua suffered in the flesh, right? Now, the scriptures say, which one of us have suffered unto blood, striving against sin? Nobody. Nobody's getting their back beat in. Nobody's getting punched in the face to serve the Most High and read their Bible. Like, who in here took bullets to have to study? Somebody shoot anybody in here because you was trying to study? Or stab you?
Bible down.
Right, put that Bible down or I'm going to arrest you. It's not happening. Go ahead, read on.
For he that hath suffered in the flesh hath ceased from sin,
Go ahead.
that he no longer should live the rest of his time in the flesh to the lust of men.
See, it's about us putting off the lust of men. Putting off those youthful lusts. Putting away, oh, I need to argue with him today. I need to lie today. I need to be deceptive today. I need to be unorganized today. I need to be slothful today. Putting those things off, go ahead.
But to the will of the Most High.
And just doing our jobs, man. We all know what we got to do, right? Do we? Or is this you? We all know what we got to do, right? Right. So if we know what we're supposed to be doing, how come it's it's like pulling teeth for some of us to try to get it right? It's like pulling teeth to get brothers and sisters to just move. Right? And I mean, not in a way of just I'm moving my arms, but to literally move with some type of dedication and conviction. To literally move in a way where, you know what I'm doing is adding and bringing value to the situations around me. Why is that so hard? I'll let y'all sit on that one. Read on.
Verse 3. For the time past of our life
Right?
may suffice us
Right?
to have wrought the will of the Gentiles.
Because in that past life, it did suffice you to wrought the will of the Gentiles. But think about how low it brought you. Think about how low it brought you when you ran to the course of the world. Think about your mind state. Think about your health. Think about your mental condition. Think about all those different things. You might have been well off in one area, but you were, what does it say, poor and destitute? What's your
He was wretched, pitiful, poor, blind, and naked. Nigga.
Right? In all the other areas. Think about your spirit. Mostly. The Most High couldn't use you.
Yeah.
He couldn't use us when we were in the world. Could he? No. He couldn't use you when you was running the course of the Gentiles, defiling your temple, smoking black and miles, eating pork, getting ran through trains and all that stuff, running around, hitting every woman you saw. He couldn't use us. He couldn't use us for anything. Go ahead.
When we walk in lasciviousness.
In what?
Lasciviousness.
Yeah, excessive lust, man. He couldn't use you when you was walking in lasciviousness.
Right.
So what did he have to do? What did he have to do? Well, that's what we're being purified from. Go ahead.
Lust.
Read.
Excess of wine.
Yeah, when you was the drunkard. When you were the drunkard in the world, everything was a drinking moment, right? I gotta relax. right? Everything's a Corona break. Find your peace. And it's a Corona, you got the beach, oh no, what is it? Find your beach. And every moment was a Corona moment. Everything was Henny and Douce. Wine, I gotta do the Olivia Pope. The biggest glass of wine and popcorn. I'm going through it, I need a bottle.
Bottle and chocolate.
Huh?
It's wine and chocolate.
Wine and chocolate, no, she did wine and popcorn.
Oh, did she?
Yeah, she did wine and popcorn. Go ahead.
Reveling,
right? Crazy partyings. I gotta be out. I gotta hit them streets. I gotta be in them lanes. The club. Some of us were addicted to the club. The limelight. You thought that was your personal runway. I'm gonna stun on them tonight, right? I'm gonna slide through and stunt. Let the lights hit you. Get you a free drink before 12. But that's all it was worth to you. That's all you really were worth at that time. You were only worth we're only worth what we give ourselves to. So if the club was your thing, that's all you were worth. If the drinking was your thing, well, you were just worth the price of that bottle. If it was some weird lust, if you was lusting over food or women, you was only worth that. Go ahead. Banqueting. Gotta get together, eat, kick it, right? Brunch on Sunday. I gotta be out eating. I gotta be here. I gotta be sitting out here. Go ahead.
And abominable
idolatries. A lot of us are guilty of that. Abominable idolatry, right? When you put everything but the Most High on a pedestal. Yeah. Your holidays that we were accustomed to celebrating. When we idolize women, you put them on a pedestal. That's abominable, man. When we idolize material things, when we idolize men, sports figures and actresses and those type of people. Go ahead.
Verse 4. Wherein they think it strange.
Right.
That ye run not with them.
No, go ahead.
To the same excess of riot.
Right, go ahead.
Speaking evil of you.
Right, so we got to understand that the value, once again, is predicated on not doing these things. Yeah. And this is just part of it. I mean, that's just part of the things. There's so many others that we could go into, right? But for time's sake. So from there, what we have to understand is that, again, we diminish. We're the ones that diminish our value. We're the ones that lower ourselves.
Yeah. And even with that is that a lot of our perception of our value isn't accurate. Your perception of what makes you valuable is not accurate. Mm-hmm. A lot of these things that we just went over, you really think you be on point while you do these things, man. In the world, you thought you was on point, so now coming to the truth, you still think you be on point.
And that's why it's so hard for you to get rid of it.
And that's the issue.
Yep.
Again, I'm going to say it. You got to write this down. Your perception of value is inaccurate. Y'all understand this? And that's why when it's time to really look at yourself and see how valuable you are, come on, man. A lot of us, man, we should be ashamed of ourselves. Right? You couldn't even get sold at the whatchamacallit. At the auction, man. The auction, you get things for the low, but they were like, nah, that's boo-boo right there. That ain't even worth buying. That's not even worth having. A lot of our spirits are like that. Y'all see that? But we think, what? Oh, no, we top notch, man. You know how it is like now? Women and men. You got men sagging. Got they all butt out thinking they hot tamales. You got grown women. Every piece of the meat of the body is out the clothes. Breasts just hanging. And they what? They really think they're who? Sanaa Lathan. They think they're Pamela Anderson. Tony Braxton. Are you serious? Your outlook and your understanding of what value is very skewed. We got to get back to understand what value is.
Yeah, and that's the thing. That's why it's such a fight for some of us to put off the old man, his deeds, because you hold those things. We hold those old things as valuable. The lust. Right? The excessive makeup. I could throw on some fake eyelashes, throw on some weave that goes down to my ankles, and everybody's gonna value me. Like you said, I could sag my pants, and somehow women want that.
My drawers and my shoes match. I'm the man.
I'm the man. I'm valuable.
Fake
I'm gonna
jewelry.
be valuable to these chicks. We got to see the things that we thought. You know, I got muscles in my bank account, so somebody's gonna look at me as valuable. Yeah, those things are great. Those things are great to have. Muscles and a nice little chunky account. But really, how long is that gonna last? What happens when you hit a certain age and them muscles is gone? You flabbing up.
That belly start poking out, man.
Yeah, that belly start poking. Where's your value? Where does your value really lie? What happened when them breasts start sagging because you popping out babies?
Oh yeah,
Right? You get a little bit extra pudge. Where's the value gonna really be at? Right? Where's it gonna be at? Where does it have to be? It can't be in those things. It can't be in the things that we valued in the old life.
Right.
Because those things are gonna pass away. Those things are gonna fade away. So we create our own sense of value, but it's false. Like the brother was saying, like Zion was saying. So we diminish ourselves. Go to Lamentations. Go to Lamentations 4 and verse 1.
Lamentations 4 and verse 1.
Go ahead.
How has the gold become dim?
Right? How has the gold become? You gotta ask yourself. You in the truth, how you dimming down? You around the body.
You're supposed to be illuminated. Like
You're right. You're around the brothers and sisters. You're around wisdom and knowledge and unity. How the hell are you dimming down? How is your light going out?
Yeah, it says wisdom maketh your
face
to shine. But you look sick.
Yeah. How you looking more sick in the truth than you did in the world? Why you look more illuminated and more happier in the world? You go to a person's Facebook and you slide through photos from 10 years ago, they looking young and vibrant, just happy to be. They got demons all around them.
Right.
They just happy with a nice smile, glowing.
Right. Yeah.
And then you see them in the truth, and they just look beat down and depressed. How does that make sense? But see, the Bible is asking us, how has the gold become dim? If you're that precious gold, how are you dimming out? You went from 24 karat to 14, 14 to 4. Woo.
Just straight mixed mess.
Yeah, like, how though? We gotta ask ourselves that. How?
Yep.
Read on.
How is the most fine gold changed?
Yeah, how is the gold being changed back? It's not a change, a good change. It's not a good change. It's losing value. Go ahead.
The stones of the sanctuary are poured out in the top of every street.
Go ahead.
The precious stones.
Tell her where you at.
This is Lamentations 4 and verse 2.
Go ahead.
The precious sons of Zion.
And daughters, read.
Comparable to fine gold.
See, we're comparable to fine gold. And we exceed the fine gold in value. Go ahead.
How are they esteemed as earthen pitcher?
Yeah, how does gold turn to clay, man? That's almost impossible, ain't it?
Yep.
That's impossible. How do you go from gold to an earthen pitcher that can just be shattered? Weak, right? How? Well, it's the mind. It's the mentality. It's the approach. How am I approaching things? Again, my willingness to hear. If I be willing to hear, then I will be taught. Bow your ear. Am I going to the sources? Am I using the experience? Am I, taking the moments outside of, I call class a formality. This is a formality. We do it, what? We do it here in Houston, VA Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, right? It's formal. We're here, we know we gotta do this, we know that's business, we handling that. But what about the outside class moments? When you sitting at home and you ain't doing a damn thing, and brothers and sisters got things going on, but you're like, you know what, I'm gonna just sit here by myself because this is my time.
Yep.
This is my time, this is me time. I'm good.
I'm gonna let them do them.
And I'm gonna do me. Those are the times when you should be, hey, Shalom, what you got going on? Oh, I'm over here handling business. Man, can I pull up? Come on. Pull on up. Let's roll. Right? Shalom, sis. I'm sitting at the house. I ain't got nothing to do. Y'all need me for anything, or can I just come over and rap, help you out, whatever the case may be. But no, this is me time. So you start to dim down because you're not at the source.
Yep.
The polishing. You know, you got that gold, you polish it up, you get that little rag and you shine it. You're fine as silver, you gotta shine it. Y'all don't want to be rubbed. Y'all don't want to be rubbed at all, man. Like, don't rub me. I don't want to be touched. I don't want to be rubbed. I want it to be nice and easy. Bless. But you'll never grow. You'll never grow like that. You'll just further yourself into a hole. Go ahead.
The work of the hands of the potter.
Right. So from there, go to Matthew 16. See, it's really about what you give yourself to on this other end. It's what I give myself to and what I don't give myself to. It's what I let enter into my soul. Go ahead, read Matthew 16 and verse 26.
Matthew chapter 16, verse 26.
Shun your bun.
For what is a man profit
Right?
if he shall gain the whole world?
See, what does it profit you if you can sit around by yourself, have your me time, right? Have your little this is me, myself, and I time. I don't want to talk to nobody. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to be around anyone right now. I just want to do me. What does it profit you to gain that? Go ahead.
And lose his own soul.
But you lose the things that are needed for your soul. You lose the brotherhood, the sisterhood, the companionship. What about iron sharpening iron? What about that? But see, you lose out. The things that are needed for your soul, the things that are needed to add to your soul, the good spirits, you miss out. And this is what diminishes us, man. I want to be an individual. I want to do things the way I want to do them. I don't want nobody to tell me how to do things. And if I do it this way, you better accept it. Man, you'll never ever be of value to the Most High moving like that. Yeah. We never will be, man. Y'all understand this? What's that? Go ahead, read on. Let me finish this. Go ahead.
Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?
Yeah, and you got to ask yourself, what is it that you're really implementing in your life, and putting in your spirit that's bringing value to yourself? Some of us don't even know how to help ourselves. You don't know how to study. You don't know how to retain. A lot of us are forgetful hearers. You did tell me that. My bad. Right? But how many times did we tell you that? How many times did we tell you, look, study, look, pay attention, look, watch out for this. No, don't do it like that. Hey, do it like this. Nah, sis, you gotta move like this. Don't worry about what he's doing. He's doing what he gotta be doing. What are you doing? But. You're not saying but openly, but in your mind you're saying but. Right? You're so worried about what he's doing, but what about what you're doing? See, you're putting the wrong things into your soul, and you're really making this unfair exchange for your own growth and for your own value. You're exchanging. It's like giving up American money for damn Jamaican money. That exchange rate ain't the same. That exchange rate ain't the same. $1 in America is 160 in Jamaica. Who's gonna do that? Who wants to do that exchange? Who's gonna give up $1 for 160? That's a good exchange, right? But you gonna give up 160 for $1? No, right? No. But that's what we do. We exchange the wrong things in our spirit, expecting to get better, but we don't. We get worse. Some of us are getting worse in the truth, worse in the body, because of what you're putting yourself around, the people, the spirits. You have something?
Yeah. Go to 2 Timothy. Go to 2 Timothy 2 and 4. 2 Timothy 2 and 4. And it's right on point, man. Where's our focus at? Where's our mind at? And that's a lot of times why we dim, because we're not focused on the knowledge. We're not focused on the wisdom. We're not focused on life. A lot of us, you don't even understand that. You're really focused on death. You call death to you with the things you entertain. Read where you at.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 4.
Go ahead, my guy.
No man that wars entangle himself with the affairs of this life.
You see that? No man that does what?
No man that wars entangle himself with the affairs of this life.
Yeah, no man that warreth, and we're at war now with ourselves, trying to do what? Clean yourself up. Y'all gotta look at the purifying process of gold, the refining process. It's a rough process. So what does that mean? Whenever we try to better ourselves, we're in a war because you got a lot of different things that can try to pull on you, take you away from being clean, right? Family members call you, my needs over here. No, I need to be here to continue to work on my spirit. That right there doesn't matter. But what we have to understand is that we entangle ourselves in what?
Himself with the affairs of this life.
Yeah, we entangle ourselves with the affair of this life. But think about it. A lot of y'all were just in this life, the life of the world, right? Without the truth. But why are you now mingling or interweaving the truth in your old life back to trying to weave them together? Why are we doing that? But you're not understanding that you're literally pulling yourself. You're darkening your vision and understanding that that was death. To the right is life, where the Most High is trying to lead you. But whenever you start intertangling yourself in conversations, right? Dreams, aspirations of what you used to be in the world, rather than what the Most High wants to give you, come on, man. You go right back to the beggarly elements. But read it again from the top.
No man that warreth entangle himself with the affairs of this life.
Yeah, no man that warreth entangleth himself with the affairs of this life. Go ahead.
That he may please him.
That he may what?
Please him.
Because that's what it's about. It's about you saying no to the past life, past mind, right? Past ambitions. Y'all don't understand is that whenever you start digging back to that past life, who are you pleasing? Who? Huh? Satan, but you're pleasing yourself. You please yourself. Y'all see this? Christ said what? I didn't come to do my will, but the will of the Father. Who is he pleasing? Yahweh. Y'all see this? But when it says, entangleth himself with the affairs of this life, that he may please him that chose him. The Most High already chose us to be the goal, but the thing about it is that we keep doing what? Double dutching. Double dutching, back and forth, man. What should I really do, man? Is it pleasing myself or pleasing the Most High? That's the war. You see that? Am I going to feed the spirit or am I going to feed my flesh? And what y'all not seeing is that flesh, that is death. That flesh is contrary to the Most High. That's why a lot of us still look dirty. Your spirit is dirty. The way you talk, the way that you walk, the way that you look, the way that you act, the way that you function. You're dirty because we entangle ourselves in the things that bring what? No profit. That's why I like that scripture. For what is a man profit if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul? Gain what? A couple dollars? Are you serious? You trying to sleep more? Huh? Wear whatever you want to wear. Like I seen that couple Israelites, they left the body, right? Oh, I'm outside. But they said, I'm outside and I'm wearing less clothes. I'm outside and I'm wearing less clothes. That's what you really want, sis? To be outside and have less clothes on? That's what profited you? That's what satisfied you? That's pleasing to you?
Yeah, we see it. We've seen it a lot where men and women have forfeited their value and created their own value. Well, I can smoke blunts now, right? And fix your credit, so I'm valuable. Right? But the Most High put a higher value than you be able to fix somebody's credit and smoke a blunt on the rooftop of a car. Right? Or run around with less clothes on and your nipples pierced. Right. And everybody seeing it. Like, yay. That's the value. He gave us a lot more value than that. Go to Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 4. Go to Wisdom of Solomon 1 and 4. You got to understand that, again, it's what am I trying to entangle with my soul? The things that I put in my soul is what's going to lift up my value in the eyes of man, in the eyes of the Most High especially. I want to be valuable. I want to be a valuable wife. Well, what does my husband value in a woman? What does the Most High value in a woman? Right? The world told you what a valuable woman was. The one that could get out there, throw on a bunch of makeup, some long weave, and basically prostitute herself to the nearest bidder. Right?
Hold your way through life.
The one that could walk through the wall
Yep.
and catch a nigga.
They
Right?
holding themselves through life.
Hoeing through life? Damn.
You just holding through life, man.
Right? The Most High, the world told us what a man's value was. If he had a nice vehicle, if his body was a certain type of way, if he exercises, right? If his money was up, his bedroom game was in there, that's what was valuable to a man, a valuable man. Oh, if he loves his mama. Girl, he loves his mama, right? He's a mama's boy. You better keep him. That's what the world said, right? But those things don't entangle with wisdom. Those things don't entangle with, oh, you got to get you a thug, a gangster, and a killer. Though that's a real man. That's a valuable man to have. He can protect you, right? Those things ain't valuable. So go to Wisdom of Solomon 1 and verse 4. Read that.
Go ahead.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 1, verse 4.
Go ahead.
For into a malicious soul,
Or into a what?
malicious soul,
Go ahead.
wisdom shall not enter,
Go ahead.
nor dwell in the body that is subject unto sin.
So why am I going here? Well, I'm showing that the reason why the value just tanks is because there's too much maliciousness in some of us. You're malicious in ways that the wisdom that's being administered to you cannot sink in. It doesn't get past the maliciousness, right?
Ooh, yep.
The wisdom won't enter for you to be at peace and to be settled. So what happens? Well, wisdom departs and your maliciousness takes over. That vindictive, mean, cold-hearted, I'm going to do things the way I want. I don't got to listen to nobody. That type of spirit. That's what continues to ride, and that's why your face looks like sackcloth. Your countenance looks like dark sackcloth. You look upset all the time. You look heavy. Some of us look heavy. Like you just holding the weight of the world on your shoulders. You look heavy as hell, and it's not that bad. I mean, we went through the class yesterday, right? About what the apostles had to go, the prophets had to deal with. And when you think about it, it's like, dang, it ain't that bad. Like, nobody's whipping me to learn the Bible.
Yeah.
Nobody's hanging me, stoning me when I talk about Christ.
Yeah.
Right? Nobody's making me do what these other men that were righteous had to do. I just got to be obedient and listen. I got to be willing to hear. Right? I got to be willing to communicate on a higher level. If I feel a certain type of way, let me just say it and not hold it in. And let things bother me. Right? I got a problem with a person, let me just do what the Bible says. It's already laid out for you. Remember, when you're in the world, you are a follower. Don't front like when I was in the world, I was the ringleader. No, you weren't. You were a follower. You didn't invent nothing. You didn't invent anything in the world. You didn't invent how to be prideful, how to be hateful, contentious, mean.
Yeah, the most High said he chose the base things of the. He said he chose the base things of the earth. So don't try to fool yourself now.
Yeah, like we were really somebody.
Yeah.
Like we were somebody in the world. You was nobody. You were a follower. You were the best follower there were. That's why it says it in Peter. You ran to the course of the Gentiles.
Yeah.
So now, why don't you take that? Why don't we? Let me stop saying you. I'm whack too. Why don't we take that same energy and implement it on the right side, following righteousness, right? Why not do it like that? That way, wisdom can enter, the purification can happen, and then our value goes up. Your self-esteem goes up. The way your husband looks at you, it's not with that depressed, this chick is never going to get it, why did I marry her look? Y'all know that look? Who knows that look? Why did she raise your hand?
Right?
Y'all should, I hope y'all don't know that look. Why did she raise her hand? Y'all know that look, Shariah, stop. Oh man, I don't want any of us to know that look. Right? Or damn, why did I get with this nigga? He's slow. Right? Like, what's going on? I don't want any of us to have that, to get those looks. But we have to start doing things a little bit different. Read it again. That was funny. Go ahead.
Into a malicious soul, wisdom shall not enter,
Go ahead.
nor dwell in the body that is subject to sin.
Read on.
For the Holy Spirit of discipline
Go ahead.
will flee deceit.
Right. You see that lack of obedience? That discipline will flee deceitfulness. That lack of being obedient will let the things rest in you that are negative, man. You'll be overtaken by the negative. Don't y'all see this? You'll be weighed down with negative spirits on your soul. Think about it. Let's deal with Saul. Isn't that what was Saul's problem? Saul, he was a decent guy. He was decent, right? He had the Spirit of the Lord on him, right? Didn't he? And then what happened? He just didn't. Right? Now remember, Saul was anointed king. The Most High chose Saul and said, listen, this is what you're going to do. But what diminished Saul as king? What was it that diminished Saul? What took him out of where the Most High was like, you know what? You're a trusted king, to now I don't want you no more. What was it? Pride. It was pride. What else? Huh? Envy. What else?
Jealousy.
Jealousy. But what was it that Paul didn't do? Not Paul. That Saul didn't do. He lacked obedience. Go kill the Amalekites and wipe them all out. Okay, gotcha. He goes and he kills some of them and brings some of them back. Wait a minute, I thought I told you to kill everybody, but I did. I did, Lord.
Right.
I killed everyone. But how come I hear sheep and how come I hear the Amalekite king? What's going on with that? How come I see him? I thought you killed everybody. I did kill everybody. But you know, I saved the ones that I wanted because of the Most High. His lack of obedience is what lowered him down from all of a sudden you king to guess what? Guess what? All of a sudden you're replaced.
Right. You are no longer needed. You're no longer needed.
His ad-libs are hilarious. Read on.
For the Holy Spirit of discipline will flee deceit.
Go ahead.
And remove from thoughts
right?
that are without understanding.
That will do what?
Remove thoughts that are without understanding.
This is how we know you lack understanding. That you're supposed to be purged because of the way you roll. When you roll without wisdom, we're like, oh yeah, she don't get it. She don't get what the Most High is about to do.
Yeah.
Damn, he don't see that. He don't. Oh, he don't. I guess he don't get it. But this is how we know some of y'all don't get it. This is how we know some of us don't get it. Read that part again.
And remove from thoughts that are not.
Discipline removes from thoughts. Go ahead.
That are without understanding.
That are without understanding. We look at the discipline. We look at the level of obedience. Yep. We look at the level of dedication and consistency and willingness. And we're like, oh yeah, they don't get it. They don't get it. The wisdom is departing slowly but surely. It's departing from us. Y'all understand this? So it's not hard when we start to predict your fate. Man, you keep going down that path, you're going to be gone, huh? Sis, you keep going down that path, you're going to be like a Saul.
Eliminated.
Yeah, you're going to be, right? You're going to get the X. Go from there. Go to 1 Samuel 16. Let's read about Saul. Let's read about my guy, my Benjamin brother. Right? Go to 1 Samuel 16, 14.
And you know, a lot of brothers and sisters, we really have a mentality as if they have to put up with this. They have to put up with me. The Most High has to, he has to be, he loves me, he has to put up with me for the rest of my life like this. Hell no.
Like he married me, so he got
Right, yeah, he know what he did. He knew what he created. No, he knew what he put within you that he wanted you to recognize and improve in. But a lot of brothers and sisters really think this is a game. You really think the Most High will not substitute your butt for the next man or woman?
Well, here's a classic, let me tag you out moment.
Yeah.
He tagged Saul out and tagged somebody else in that was of more value, that was more obedient, that was more consistent,
Submissive.
that was more submissive, that was more willing, that was teachable, that was malleable. You know why gold is so important? Why is gold such a good metal? Gold. What can you do with gold?
You can shape it, malleable.
Yeah, it's easily shaped. Even after it's molded, you can shape gold.
Heat it up a little bit.
You can heat it up just a little bit, and you can shape it.
Melt it down.
Yeah, and you can shape it. You can turn it into whatever, and it's an easier process than a lot of other metals. So read that. 1 Samuel 16.
1 Samuel chapter 16, verse 14.
Xavier.
But the spirit of the Most High departed from Saul.
This is what happens to us, man. The spirit be departing from some of us. For some of us, it's already gone. The spirit done vacated your vessel. The spirit is gone, man, and you're rolling with spirits. You're rolling with demons on you. Go ahead.
And an evil spirit from the Most High troubled him.
You see that? And now an evil spirit has to take its place. That maliciousness that's in us, that we don't eradicate through the purification, that because I don't need to be told nothing, because I don't need to hear nothing, because you're so worried about him, you worried about her, what she's doing, what she said. Here's what she said. Or you want your job. That's the problem. So much of us are so caught up in what everybody else is not doing or doing, and you're whack as hell at your job. You're whack at being a wife. You're whack at being a husband. You're whack. You know why? Because you don't use wisdom. You're so worried about how somebody else is being a wife, how somebody else is being a husband. But are you the standard? Are you the epitome of wife? Or is your value going down as a wife? You going from wife. The door. Some of y'all are going from wife to damn roommate. Wife to some chick I know. Ooh. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. But why is it? Whose fault is it? Whose fault is it? Well, it's your fault. It's what you entertain. It's what you allow yourself. It's what you allow yourself to think on a day-to-day basis. It's how far you go with your thoughts, the negative thoughts. It's how far you're willing to tell and gas yourself up that I'm good. I don't need to be told. Some of us are losing value. Some of us as men, brothers. Some of us are just going from brothers to niggas.
Yep.
And then when you go from a brother to a nigga, you just a nigga in the street, you gone. I've seen it.
Many times.
Listen, what y'all think Rochester was? What do you think was going on in Rochester? You had brothers that was willing to die for Christ.
That's what they said.
They was talking about, I'm going to die for Christ. But then they want to fight you. They want to die for Christ, but they want to fight you. They making death threats. I'm going to pull up on you.
Right.
I was getting all that. For me, I was just like, that ain't no real brother. That ain't no real brother. You making death threats on the voicemail? I thought we was brothers. I thought you was willing to die for this. But what did you do? You lowered your value from brother to just some nigga in the streets because of what you did, what we do, what you decided to entertain. Them demons that be in our head, all of us, we all got them. Some of us are just better at saying, you know what? No, Satan, not today. No, Satan, not today. And some of us are just like, man, hey, you know what? I need a friend. And you just start talking, it's like, who the hell is she talking to? Imaginary friends in her head. You start talking to Chucky. It's crazy, man. But it's the value that's being diminished by what you give yourself. Don't be a whack husband, a whack brother, a whack sister. You go from sister to some woman that was just here. Yeah, I remember her.
Right, you had a Hebrew name, but now they call you by your slave name.
Slave name.
You was formerly known as.
Formerly known as, right? Why? Well, it's what you give yourself. Where you at?
1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 15.
Go ahead.
And Saul's servant said unto him,
Right?
Behold now, an evil spirit from the Most High troubleth thee.
Right, so, and then you got people that'll tell you, listen, man, you got demons on you, sis. You got demons on you, brother. No, I'm good. I'm good. At least Saul had the presence of mind to listen to his advisor and get somebody to get some demons off him. At least he had the presence of mind to be told. It didn't really help him. Go from there. Go to, jump over a chapter. Go to 15, 26. Go, Daniela.
First Samuel
Uh-huh.
chapter 15 and verse 26.
Go ahead.
And Samuel said unto Saul,
Go ahead.
I will not return with thee, for thou hast rejected the word of the Lord.
See, we reject the word of the Lord, man. You reject the counsel. You reject the constructive criticisms, the teaching moments, right? You reject those things, so what happens? Go ahead.
And the Lord
Right, so even the things that are valuable around you, when the Most High takes your value, he takes those things too. You think being king wasn't valuable to Saul? You think that wasn't valuable to Saul to be king? To have all those riches and have all those people at his beckoning and call? Hell yeah, it was. You're king. But guess what? All those amenities and all those benefits get taken also. So when you're not being treated as a wife, well, did you put the things in your mind to be a good wife? When he stops treating you and giving you all the amenities and all those different things, where he starts curbing you, well, are you still moving as a wife? Why is he curbing me? Why is he giving me the Heisman Trophy arm, the stiff arm? Right? Why is he giving me the Heisman? Right? Well, because you didn't continue to improve on your value. You didn't continue to purge and purify yourself, to make yourself valuable, not just to him, but to the Most High. Y'all see that? Go ahead.
and have given it to a neighbor of thine.
Right?
That is better than thou.
That is of more value than you. See, I'm going to give the valuable things to the ones that value what I give them. So you don't value your husband. Well, guess what? Somebody else will. Somebody else will. You don't value the brotherhood, but then go value the brotherhood somewhere else in church. Go value their brotherhood.
Yeah, see if you can find something better.
Yeah, if you don't value, hey, listen, we got this going on. Show up. We got the workout. We got this. We got that, right? Class, workout, drilling, street speaking, morning class. Yep. You don't value those things, and guess what? The Most High will surely rip those things from you. And you can sit at home, PlayStation, Xbox.
Back at it, smoking a blunt.
Smoking blunts, sniffing crack, I don't know.
Yeah.
You can get back on all those things and see how well off we are. Just be by yourself. The things that if you don't value it, if you don't show the Most High that you love what he's given you, he takes it. He takes it. Read about this. All you gotta do is read about Saul. Read about it. Read about it, man. Go to 2 Timothy's. Go to 2 Timothy's 2 and verse 20. We got 30 minutes and I got a few more scriptures. We're gonna finish this though. Read.
2 Timothy chapter 2, verse 20.
Right.
But in a great house,
Right.
there are not only vessels of gold
Right.
and of silver,
Read.
but also of wood and earth.
Right. So in a great house, there's different levels of vessel. A vessel, a cup. Let's say it's a cup. Something that you can put something in. Right? Gold, silver, wood, earth. Ask yourself, what vessel do I want to be? Should we even have to ask ourselves that? Why? Well, right? You want to be gold, but we shouldn't have to ask ourselves that. Why? Well, because you want to be the most valuable, but the Most High already set the stage. So we shouldn't even have to ask, like, what do I want to be? Most High already said what you're going to be. Yep. He already told you what you can be. Gold. Better than gold. But how come we're clay? How come we're wood? How come we get burned away through our little whack trials? Your light affliction. How come the light affliction? Oh, she talked to me weird. And all of a sudden now you in a whole 3-week tizzy fit. You in a 3-week, like, just the mental debacle. Can't function. Right. What? She talked to you a little stern? Okay, sis. You might have to go back and study a little bit. Because the Bible says you was going to be talked to a little bit stern. Yep. The Bible said you was going to be to the meek and to the forward. Though I be rude in speech, not in not. Like the Bible said that it was going to be balanced. It can't always be hush, little baby. Don't you cry. Sometimes it's what's your problem, little baby? Quit crying. Right? But you go into a 3-week mental hang-up. Now you can't function. Now you can't move, you can't breathe, you can't think, you can't do nothing that you signed up for because you was dealt with a different way. Go ahead.
And some of honor.
Right.
And some of dishonor.
Go ahead, 21.
If a man therefore purge himself from these.
If he does what?
Purge himself from these.
If he does what?
Purge himself from these.
Here it goes again. That purge, that purifying, that cleaning. Go ahead.
He shall be a vessel unto honor.
You're going to be above gold. You're going to be above silver. Go ahead.
Sanctified.
Read.
And meet for the master's use.
Meet for the master's use. What's the use of a cup? When you pour into it, it leaks. What's the use of a fork if you can't scoop your rice or scoop your chicken or whatever the case may be, right? You know, you get that fork and the teeth are bent in different ways. Like one tooth is this down and the other one is it, and and things are just falling through the cracks. What do you do with that fork? You toss that, right? Anybody use a cup that got a crack in it? Hell no, you look at that, you're like, oh, throw this away. The lip got a chip, the top, right? You toss that. You get rid of that. Nobody's sitting there like, you know what, let me get the crazy glue and let me patch that up. Hell no. Who did that? When's the last time you did that? You patched up a cup. You dropped the glass and you was like, get the glue. We got a project. You get rid of that. But what do? You say, I'm going to get me a cup that's going to be sturdy. Right? It's going to have a nice handle when I grip it. Right? I can use it for all different things. Hot, cold, warm. Right? You want to have the best vessel. But what does it take? Well, it does take the refinement. It does take the purge. Go to 1 Peter's. Did you finish? Did you finish that? 21?
Yeah.
Go to 1 Peter's 1 and verse 6.
Yeah, it says purge, just for the definition.
Uh-huh.
It says to remove what is offensive.
To do, whoa, huh?
Yeah.
To do what?
To remove what is offensive.
Yeah. A lot of us are walking offenses.
Yep.
You're a walking offense because you know what? You don't know how to talk. You don't know how to talk to sisters. You don't know how to talk to brothers. Your tone, your facial expressions, your demeanor. And it's not that it's always bad, but you don't know how to sit back and understand that, wait a minute, let me just smile a little bit when I say what I gotta say. Let me change the tone of voice. Let me not be so catty. Brothers, same thing. Let me not be so hard and rough. Let me not be so loud and boisterous in every moment. Let me not cuss her out today. Some of us are walking offenses, man. And the more you're being told, the better we should be, the better vessel we should be. Y'all see that? So, the more we're purged, the more our value goes up. Go to 1 Peter 1 and verse 6.
1 Peter chapter 1, verse 6.
Read.
Wherein ye greatly rejoice,
Right.
though now for a season,
Right.
if need be, ye are in heaviness through manifold temptation.
Through what?
Manifold temptation.
There's going to be manifold temptations. Manifold affliction. Through much affliction you shall enter into the kingdom of the Lord. Through much trial, through many purges, through much Ecclesiasticus, the 2nd chapter, you are going to enter. That's what the Bible should just, it should just say, through Ecclesiasticus 2 is how you get into the kingdom. The end.
That's facts, though.
It should just say that. The end. And then you'll see how many people is really down. They read Ecclesiasticus 2 like that. Okay, well, I'm going to see y'all later. Right? I'm going to catch y'all on the other side. I'm going to go do me.
Y'all let me know how that feels.
Yeah, let me know how that goes.
How that is.
Trials and temptation. Wait, what? And it don't stop? So the more I learn, the more the trials increase according to my learning? Yes. What y'all think? We don't go through things up here? Who think we don't go through things? Raise your hand. We go through things, man. We go through a lot of different things. But the ability to not let those things overtake us, the ability to not let the slight, small things affect us, or the big things, affect us and pull us from what we're supposed to be doing. Because what do I understand about trials? What do I understand? What do you understand about trials and tribulations? What's your take, Xavier? Yeah, I want to know.
That even though sometimes you might go through the same thing over and over again, but it always gets harder at times because there's always something that you still have to define.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like just with like talking to people, sometimes you could try to just correct, like how you're saying your tone.
Mm-hmm.
Then maybe you could fix your facial expression. Then you could explain it more clear to where somebody's understanding it more. So.
Right, and y'all online, I want to know, what do y'all understand about trials and tribulations? Michael, give me something. What do you understand about trials and tribulations in the truth? Having wisdom and knowledge and going through your trials. What have you come to learn in your time?
Basically, it's just, are you going to use what was provided to you?
Right, the wisdom, the experience. Right.
The brotherhood, the unity.
Right. Right. Bakar, in your time, what do you understand about trials? What's your insight?
Michael was saying exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Because just like any test, it's given to us to see what we learned and are we going to apply what we learned in through that test, through that trial.
Sisters, any sister want to testify? I like to testify. Shalomaya, what do you understand about trials in your long path in the truth? What do you understand?
Bakar, if you could step in.
That everyone goes through a different trial at a different point in their life.
Right.
So it's like with trial that I may have gone through will help me to help the next sister go through that trial and it's her time to go through that trial.
Right, because I like what you said, because if you're a vessel and things are being poured into you, then it's meant to be poured into something else. But a wooden vessel only lasts so long.
Paper cup.
A paper cup, you put Hennessy in that, that thing's gonna melt. It's gonna melt the cup, right? You put that Henny in a paper cup, it's a wrap, right? Think about it. You ever left you go to a fast food spot and you leave the little soda cup in your cup holder too long, and you come back and the whole bottom of it is just disintegrating. You pull it up and it just, you're like, whoa, wow, because that only lasts so long. But how long can you put something in gold? Technically, gold doesn't rust. Y'all know that, right? Real gold don't rust. It's not supposed to dross and dim down. It's supposed to hold up to the test of time. The only thing that messes with gold is heat. Not light, you just wipe it down and it's gonna still be gold. It's just heat. Heat melts it. So if we're supposed to be these vessels, meet for the master's use, it's really that I'm supposed to be able to be poured into and then pour into the next person. And that cycle is supposed to keep going around. It never stops.
Freely given, or freely received, freely given.
But and when I say it never stops is, does Zion stop pouring into the next brother because they got to a level? Nah. Zion will pour into me, I'll pour into Zion. Kazak pour into me, I'll pour into Kazak. And we're just doing this, back and forth. Back and forth. Just keep pouring the energy, the spirit, right? Filling each other up. Okay, it's your turn. I'm tired, bro. Okay, let me pour into you. Okay, I'm going through this. Look, let me pour into you. It never, ever stops. But if one of us break down and decides, you know what? I want to be a wooden vessel. I want to be the paper cup, the paper mache. I'm not going to be able to pour into the next man or give back what's been given.
Let me know what it is.
Or to give back what's been given. Y'all see that? That's where your value comes in. You're supposed to be able to give back what was given to you. But again, it's selfishness. It's selfish because I don't want to hear about me. I want to be told about me. Go ahead, read on.
Verse 7, that the trial of your faith.
See, the trials of our faith, go ahead.
Being much more precious than of gold that perish.
It goes beyond gold because gold will burn away. You put it under enough heat, gold will melt away. It'll burn up. But your faith, the value of your faith, the value of you, nothing should burn you away to where all of a sudden now you're going through your trials of faith and you're looking lackluster because you're catching hell. You shouldn't look lackluster in the truth. You shouldn't look beat down and burnt up in the truth. These trials are not meant to do that. What are trials? I'm looking for a specific word. What are trials supposed to build in us?
Endurance.
That's a good word, but that's not it. That's it. That endurance is, I'm looking for the top word that endurance falls under.
That's something, confidence?
That goes under the word I'm looking for.
Okay.
It goes under the word I'm looking for. You're all right, but there's a word I'm looking for. It starts with a V. Tiana. Close. Virtue. Sister, right there, give her a prize. Right? Give her a prize. She's absolutely right. It's virtue. Now, what is virtue? What is virtue supposed to do? I'm going to read this real quick. If you just look up virtue in the Webster's 1828, you go to the 7th definition. Virtue is excellence, or that which constitutes value and merit. So the more virtues I've associated with myself, or allowed to be put into me, the more valuable I get. But how do I gather virtue? I got to go through my trials. I have to be willing to be purged. I got to go through the trials of my faith. And when I mean go through your trials of your faith, not like, oh, I'm going through it, woe is me. I can't deal with this. I'll be back when I get my life together. No, it's, you know what? I'm going through it, but where does the strength lie? What do I turn to? Michael said it. It's about using the tools that are afforded to you. So I'll ask the question, How many times have we said, don't hit us up for your problems? How many times? Who in here ever heard that? Who in here has ever called me, QATAZAP, ZAYAN, hey, Shalom, Mike, I'm going through some things. Oh, you know what? We busy. We busy. You know, we had a golf court. We on the 9th hole, right? We too busy for that right now. How many times? Hey, I'm going through some things in my relationship, my rib. Oh yeah, you know what? Don't worry about that. Get you 5 more. It's okay, brother. Get you 5 more. Just replace her. She ain't, you know, look, the Bible says you can get 17. How many times we did that? How many times? Sisters, you know, I'm dealing with this with my husband. And you know what, sis, shut the hell up and just listen. How many times? Or have we, you know what? Okay, y'all come over to the house, right? Let's talk.
Walk y'all through it.
Walk y'all through it. Oh, brother, you going through that? Here, look, remember, your balance, the scriptures, boom, 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 right? Now, sis, look, remember, you got to hold your position here. We'll deal with him on that. I mean, come on. It's almost like a broken record. I feel like a parrot, just repeating the same things over and over. But what I'm trying to show y'all is that we don't neglect the things that you need because we know they're needed, right? We know that they're needed for you to be able to go through the trial. I mean, come on, man. How fair would it be for y'all to sit in front of us and we telling y'all to fight and to endure and to go through it if we're not giving you the weapons? We're not at least sharpening or pointing out, hey, don't use the butter knife, use the axe. You about to fight some real demons, right? Get the Excalibur, right? You need the Excalibur for this one. Would it be fair for us to just tell y'all to fight, and be down y'all neck, but then not at least point out, hey, you should go at it this way. This should be the method you use. You should use this tool. You know, go to this scripture, do this. It'd be wrong, right? So we make sure that we do our part. That way, at least if you're going through the trial, we make ourselves available. That if you're going through the trial, you know that you can hit brothers and sisters up. We make sure of it. We drop all to make sure that when brothers and sisters got to go through what they got to go through, they at least have a battle plan. Now, what's the problem with that? You got it? Come on. Con. Do I want to follow the method? Do I want to trust someone else's experience? Do I want to trust the scriptures that they're giving me? Do I want to trust them enough? Do I see the value in them? Y'all see that? So it's a lot that goes into this, but it's really, am I willing to go those miles and take those steps, man? But all you have to do is say, well, look at the ones that have done that. Look at the ones that decided, you know what, I'm going to be obedient. Well, I got 2 lovely gentlemen sitting on my side right now. They're products. They're products of the obedience and the willingness to be told that they did something wrong or they did something right. Y'all see that? The products of, I'm going to follow someone else's experience. These brothers are young. They're young, right? They don't have a lot of experiences life-wise, but what makes them more qualified than regular men their age? Because they're willing to listen. They're willing to hear. They're willing to follow. They're willing to move in faith.
Willing to go through the process.
Willing to go
through that purifying, that refining, and understanding that, damn, you know what? The Most High said, there's some gold within me. Well, let's go get it.
Let's bring it out. Let's mine.
Let's go find it.
Yeah, let's mine it.
Let's really see what it's. I want to see what that looks like.
Yep.
I want to see what that feels like. I want to see what it thinks like. I want to see what it move like. What it be like, right? If that's what the Most High said we are. No, you literally have to have that mentality. But again, our people, your mind is skewed. You said it, malicious. You're harboring so much ill will, you can't even see the goodness within yourself. You see that? Malice is harboring ill will. You're violent to yourself. You're causing yourself to look like Boo Boo the Fool. But the Most High says you are warned.
Right, and Shalom, he had asked a question. He said, I have a question. How do I feel useful in the truth, but told, hold on. It says, how do I feel useful in the truth? I guess this is going back a little bit. How do I feel useful in the truth, but told that I shouldn't raise tents in the state that I'm in? Give me a little bit more on that. What do you mean by raise tents? Let's see here. Tests and trials suck when you're by yourself. Absolutely right. You're absolutely right. That's the whole point of going through things, is that woe to him that's left alone. But I'm going to say this, man. I'm going to say this. Sometimes you're in those situations because, yes, I'm going to tell you straight up, it's your fault. We are in those situations because of you. You're in that because, talking to everybody, I'm talking to myself. There was a time when I was alone, but guess what I had to do? I had to literally girt my loins and know, okay, I got to go at this alone to get to where I need to be. It's for a moment. You see that? I got to suck it up and deal with what I got to deal with. So what did that mean? Well, I had to make phone calls and talk and counsel and hit brothers up. So you're not really alone. You're only as alone as you want to be. You was alone, right? Or were you?
Not really.
We was right there with you, right? But then there was only so much you can get over the phone to where now, okay, it's time, right? But he was never alone. Brothers ain't really never alone. It's how much do I want to put myself in a position to communicate. But it's those things that have to be worked in us. Communication skills. They're trash in Israel. They're trash for the things that are important. But you'll communicate real good for that fat booty. Right? The communication, bro, you got all the words. And I'm not saying you, Ashama, in general, specifically, speaking in general, man. We'll communicate and do the things that we for the things that we want. The things that are going to appease us. So you're not really alone. To an extent you are, yes, in the flesh, but spiritually, we always can be connected. Y'all see that? Let me see what else. Let's see. Okay, let me do it like this. You put that. Right. What do you say? I'm sure I'm not meant to warm a seat. I want to be utilized. That should be the mentality of all of us. We shouldn't want to be here and be lifetime students. I want to be a 5-year soldier, a 13-year soldier, 15-year officer. Hell no. Where's the growth? That means that the things that you're going through, you're not learning. You're not learning from your trials. Because you're not growing don't mean the trials and the virtues and the purification has stopped. You just stopped learning from those things. You took things light. So, yeah, we're not supposed to be here wanting to just be in those seats. What happened to sound? Test, boom, boom, brothers. Let's see here. Right. So let's jump back real quick. Let me just read on in 1 Peter 7.
1 Peter chapter 1, verse 7.
Right.
That the trial of your faith, being much more precious than of gold,
right,
that perisheth, though it be tried with fire,
right,
might be found unto praise and honor.
Might be what?
Found unto praise and honor.
See, there is a benefit of the purge. There's a praise and honor that's associated if and when you're willing to go through it. If and when you're willing to take on the fire. Take on the blaze, man. You know why some of us get burnt up? You're scared of that fire. Yep. I'm not scared. I don't be scared, man. I expect it. I sit back and I'm just like, okay, where's it gonna come next? And whatever I gotta go through, I just gotta go through. Yeah. That's been my mentality for a while, for a long time. And oh my gosh, I've definitely went through I've definitely walked on coals, right? I've definitely walked on that fire, walked in that fire, but it didn't become something that was going to burn me away. I knew it wasn't because of what I knew I was going to do in those times. the virtue that I added to myself and brothers added to me. I allow brothers, before the trials hit, I allow brothers to fortify my mind. I allow myself to be molded. I made myself fireproof. Now, am I just not susceptible to anything? No, of course. But I'm not going to let nothing burn me out of this truth. That's the point. I'm fireproof. We got to be fireproofed in that way. You're going to catch it. You might get a fringe burned off. You know what I'm saying? Damn, lost a fringe. Okay? You might come back with a little burnt smell. Damn, he got charred up, but he went through it. Yeah. You see that? That's the point. How am I getting through things?
You know, I like about that because, the scriptures talk about addicting yourself to the ministry. But once you give yourself to the process, you would addict yourself to the process because you recognize whenever you go through the temptation and you handle it the right way, now you're addicted to what? Man, listen, I can't wait to get through this. I can't wait to elevate. Y'all see this? See, a lot of us don't really understand the spirit of the Most High and what he's putting us through. Y'all understand this? He's trying to elevate you from kindergarten to 3rd grade to 5th grade to 7th grade. But it takes what? Test. But a lot of us, we're scared, like you said, of the test. But you're scared because you've never allowed yourself to feel it. You've never allowed yourself to go through it wholeheartedly. You've never gone through it in the mind of, you know what? I'm going to shine on the back end of it. So why do you always duck and run? Because you don't know how it feels. You see that? But it was easy in the world, right? A lot of y'all got y'all degrees. A lot of y'all went through hell to get those degrees. But why can't you go through hell to get what? Some spiritual ammo, some spiritual armor. Get hardened in the truth. Y'all see this? It's the same concepts. You did everything for the white man. You did everything for that white nursing degree. I got a business mind state. How long did you study all those laws in business, lawyer, whatever? You a health guru. All those things you pushed yourself to go through. Why can't you now? I'm going to tell you why you can't. Because it takes more mental fortitude to go through the truth. Because you know why? You're not worried about calculus and statistics and numbers and the truth. You're worried about what? Or you're supposed to be focusing on your spirit, your mind, right? The negative in you. But that'd be the hard part. That's the hard part for us to recognize the negative in us.
Because a lot of times we just don't want to see it.
Yep.
We don't want to see what's in us, man. And it goes right back to the beginning of the class. We don't want to be told what's in us. But guess what? You know what's gonna show what's in you? The trial of your faith. So even if you don't want to hear man tell you, the Most High is gonna burn your ass up.
Eventually.
He's gonna burn it out of you, or you're just gonna die. You're gonna die with the maliciousness in you. You're gonna die in the very thing that was meant to save you. Y'all see that? Read on.
Though it be tried with fire,
right,
might be found unto praise and honor and glory at the appearing of Yahushua Mashiach.
Isaiah 1:25.
Why is it there?
And then Isaiah 1:25. And I gotta hit this end part. I gotta hit it. Wow, where'd it go?
Isaiah 1:25.
Go to Isaiah 1 and verse 25 real quick.
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 25.
I'm out of the way. Go ahead.
And I will turn my hand upon thee.
Right, I'm gonna do what?
Turn my hand upon
See,
thee.
the Most High, regardless of what you think or what you want to happen, when you sit in these seats and when you sit amongst brothers and when you sit amongst sisters and you say, Khan, right? He's gonna put his hands on you.
Oh,
He said he's gonna put his hands on you, man.
He scourges them that come near to him.
Yeah.
Ugh.
He gonna put his hands on you. Go ahead.
And purely purge away the dross.
But guess what? What am I using to purge? Each other. Situations. Garments. Basketball. Right? Soap making. Drilling. The mall. All the things that he puts us together to work with each other. Those are the things that's going to illuminate what's in a person and what needs to be eliminated from that person. But why do you think you shy away from garments? I want to make sure I'm late. That way I ain't got to be there that much so they can't see me.
Listen, I ain't got to look at nobody in the face.
Right. I'm going to make up excuses. Right? Oh, I'm busy. I got the kids. I got this. I got that. My husband. Your husband wants your ass to go to garments. He don't want you sitting at home looking in his face. He got things that he's doing. What the hell? But you make up excuses to not be around or to be around and try to be a fly on the wall. Yeah, I'm just, I'm gonna show up, be real quiet like a little mouse. But even in that, you can't hide it because you got quiet demons, man. You got quiet demons in you. I don't want to talk too much because I don't want them to check me because you know you off. Yep. You know you don't know how to talk. You know you ain't got no discretion. You know you're not discreet. But I'm just be real silent. Right. I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna say nothing and they ain't gonna seize me. Right? It's like an old damn slave. Master ain't gonna seize me. Nah, we see you, nigga. Right. We see you. We see the niglet in you trying to hide. Yeah. We see it. You know how we see it? Because when you get home, right, you're like a demon.
You look like Gollum from like Lord of the Rings. Gollum. You look like Gollum. Your spirit look like Gollum, man.
Right. Did you read that? Isaiah?
Isaiah chapter 1, verse 25.
Right.
And I will turn my hand upon thee.
Right.
And purge away thy dross.
Yeah, I'm going to do it. He said, I'm going to do it. It's not a maybe. He's going to purge you, whether you like it or not. But that's why brothers and sisters, they're here one moment, and then they're gone the next. That's why brothers and sisters, they're here one moment, and then they're here for 15 years. The ones that are here for 15, 20, 30 years, they're willing to go through the purge. They're born in the purge. What did Bang say? I was born in it, right?
I was born.
You barely adopted it. You just try to adopt it to get out of it. We try to be born in that. Why? Because we know that there's a benefit.
Yeah.
Right? So from there, let's deal with that part. What do you get from the purge? Let's go to Hebrews 12 and 11. 3 more scriptures. You know me. Standards, not going over. Hebrews 12 and 11.
Hebrews chapter 12, verse 11.
Asiel, read.
Now no chastening for the present seemeth to rejoice.
Right, and that's the mentality of all of us, right? Man, this hurts. This seems to feel bad. Well, you know what? You're looking at it wrong. You're looking at it wrong because your outlook is messed up, because the demons is telling you, that's wrong the way they did you. It's wrong the way they talk to you. Why does the Most High treat you like this? You got spirits on you, man. Not good ones. You got those ones that you exchanged. The good spirits for the bad. You got the Saul demon in your head telling you that what you're going through is wrong. The trial of your faith. You ain't got to go through that. That's your time. That's your time, brother. The demon is calling you Ak. Come on, Ak. You know that's your time. You ain't got to be there.
Right.
Come on, sis. Demon calling you sis. Shalom, shalom, sis. You know you ain't got to answer that text. Don't worry about that. They'll forget about it. What? The demons on you is that strong? That they talking to you in Hebrew? Shalom, Akwath. You like, whoa, okay. Yeah, see, I got a point. Demon, yeah, you got a point, Satan. He talking to you in Hebrew. And you going right along with it. But you're forgetting that you mentally determine how bad the chastening really is. All you got to do is step out of your little ego, step back a moment, survey the situation and say, you know what? It's not that bad. It's not that bad because I need it. I need to be told. I need to go through this. I need to purge away the dross. Go ahead.
But grievous.
We make it grievous. It says, correction is grievous to him that forsaketh the way. So the more I don't want to go through it, the more grievous it is. So you see what the Bible is telling you? That your mental perception of chastising and how it feels and how to take it is on you. It's really on you. It's on us. Some of us invite it and say, you know what? Gotta go through it. Gotta be told. Gotta be shown. Gotta have the negative pulled away from me. And some of us are like, no, I like it. I don't want to go through it. It hurts. Yeah, of course. Of course it's going to hurt. Anything that you hold dear to your heart, when it's being taken, is going to hurt. So if you love your pride, if you value pride, and brothers is crushing that pride in you, and it's going to hurt. It's going to hurt your feelings.
And what is pride? Your way of thinking, your ideology, what you were raised with, what you think is acceptable, what you think is okay, what you think is bad. Pride. Your thought process supersedes the knowledge of the Most High. Pride.
And all the other virtues that I don't want to go through because of time. The negative attributes. When those things are being crushed, if you love to be a lustful man and run around the streets of Virginia and sleep with everything, and we're like, no, you can't do that. And then you get mad, upset, and leave, then that's your problem. We know what you love. We know what you hold dear to your heart, not wisdom. You see that? It's easy to tell and understand where brothers and sisters are at. Because what they allow themselves to go through and what they hold on to. Read on.
Nevertheless,
right?
Afterward, it yielded the peace.
See, after you curb your mentality that it's not that bad, and you allow yourself to learn from the chastisement. It's not just I went through it. Oh, I went through it. That's it. What did I learn? What did I learn? What did I pick up? What did I allow to leave me? And what did I allow to fill that space? Right? Because when you go through the chastisement, the purge, something is supposed to leave you. The lasciviousness, the lust, the backbiting, the hate, the anger, the jealousy, the murmuring, right? That's supposed to leave you, right? But then what virtue did I pick up? What gift did I gain? Covet the best gift. What gift did I gain? What did I learn? Did the Most High put me through this to learn something? Hell yeah. What did I learn? It's not about just going through things. Some of us walk so blind, we're just going through life, moseying on through life and not really understanding, what am I learning? But that's why you keep doing the same mistake, the same action. And you're looking for a different result, but you have to pause and think, what did I learn? Go ahead.
Unto them which are exercised thereby.
Right. See, there's a peaceable fruit that comes if you're exercised. Who exercises just for the hell of it? You know what? I'm going to hit the gym. What you trying to work on? I don't know. I'm going to hit the gym. Or don't you go to the gym with a purpose? Well, you know what? I need to lose a few pounds, so I'm going to do this dedicated exercise. Or you know what? I'm trying to get my biceps real beefy. I'm trying to get a back like Asa. You know what I'm saying? Let me get the push-ups in. Right? Trying to get guns like Zion. So I got to do mad bicep curls. You see what I'm saying? Trying to get a chest like Mar Waller. Got to do mad push-ups. Right? But my point is, you say, you know what? This is what I got to work on, so this is the work I'm going to do to achieve that goal. I'm exercise. And I'm looking for what? When you exercise, what are you in the mirror looking for? Change, growth, results. Right? But a lot of us, man, we go through our trial and we sit back and it's like, what did you learn? Huh? What's that? What Bible verse is that? You don't know what you learned? Nah, I don't know what the Most High was trying to show me. Okay, I can tell you all the lessons he was trying to show you. But if you're not looking, if you're not actively understanding that I'm supposed to be looking for the change and what I should be learning, you won't change and you won't grow. Y'all get that? 1 Peter 3 and 4. So what else are we supposed to gain through the purge, through going through the trials? What do we add virtuously to us to make us of value? 1 Peter 3 and verse 4.
1 Peter chapter 3 verse 4.
Shut your mouth.
But let it be the hidden
right
of the heart.
Read.
In that which is not corruptible.
See, we're supposed to gain a level of incorruptibility. We're supposed to gain that hidden man of the heart that doesn't rely on the outward appearance of things, the carnal things. Well, it's about my hair, my nails, my eyelash that's fallen off because the glue dried up. You're not supposed to be relying on those things, right? You know, the one thing that I noticed when I went to Rochester, it bugged me out. Being in the mall and just watching, I'm a people watcher, I like to watch people. And the one thing I noticed is that it doesn't matter where you go, everyone moves to the beat, the same tune, the same beat. What do I mean by that? Every nigga in the mall got 50 gold chains on, choking him, where he can't breathe. They all sound like he got aluminum cans on his chest. It sounds like he got Pepsi cans on his chest. Right. Pants sagging down with cartoon characters on it, real tight, with a shirt. He got a gut. They got guts out there.
Funky.
And they all smell like weed and dirt. The women, same 2 braids that go back and fall down, right? The super pointy nails, the eyelashes that are like fans.
Yeah.
Mad bad makeup.
Extended clips.
And whack attitudes. And I'm like, yo, that's in Houston. I left Houston to go to Houston. Right. I went to Rochester, Houston. That's what it felt like. I just went to Houston without the southern accent.
Right. You went to New Rock City.
That's a cap too, because they sound like they're from the south of Rochester. But it's weird because it's all the same. It's all the same. It's all this level of corruptness that everybody's adopted. And what are we trying to do? Well, we're trying to move out of that corrupt mind that this is how I'm going to dress to catch my next victim. That's what they be looking like out there. Like, okay, what nigga am I going to victimize today?
Oh, yeah.
Or it's really who am I going to curb? I'm going to dress up, tight everything, and I'm going to just stiff arm a cat. Right? It's like, man, everybody is in the same mentality. But the Most High is pulling us out of that mentality and ripping us away from that corruptible mind state. Go ahead.
Even the ornament of a meek and quiet spirit.
Even the what?
Ornament of a meek and quiet spirit.
You know why I use the word ornament? Because that's the last thing that beautifies something. The ornament, right? I mean, and I hate to talk about it, but when you did Christmas and you put up your Christmas tree and you put on the what? The ornaments, right? To make it look good. To make it look decorative. So the Most High is saying, I'm going to beautify your spirit, but in this way. Meekness, quietness, humility. Remember, we go to the scripture a lot for the sisters, right? But a lot of brothers need to be meek and humble and quiet too. There's too many know-it-alls. I know this and I know that. Okay. You don't know what you're supposed to know. There's too many loud mouths. It's too many, I'm going to do it on my own. I don't need y'all. There's too much of that going on. So that meek and quietness, that applies to all, man. Where sometimes you got to just shut it down and be willing to hear. Go ahead.
Which is in the sight of God.
Right?
Of great price.
See, this is what makes you pricey. Girl, you fancy. This is what makes you fancy. This is what makes him of a high value. The meekness in him. The quietness in him. The knowing when. The meekness in her. This is what makes us beautiful. 1 Peter 1:23. Then I got one more. 1 Peter 1:23. Somebody else give me 1 Peter 5:6.
1 Peter chapter 1, verse 23.
Go ahead, Xavier, read.
Being born again.
What?
Being born again.
So another attribute you get from being purged is that I'm literally being born again, man. It's like a rebirth.
New chance.
I'm getting second chances at life.
I'm refurbished, man.
Right. No, forget that. I'm refreshed.
Right.
Refurbished. That's old parts.
They call it. I think it's a U-Haul or
a haul over.
A haul over. You completely everything.
Yeah. You getting appalled and redone, reupholstered,
overhaul, right?
Overhaul.
Yeah, there it is.
Right. We're not just gonna slap laminate on the tile. We're gonna put real tile.
Right.
That's what's going on. We ain't just gonna paint the walls and they be dirty. We're gonna clean them walls. Yeah. We're gonna redo the walls and we're gonna paint.
We ain't gonna paint over with black mold.
No, we ain't gonna
paint over with black mold.
You can't paint it because it stinks. Yeah. You still smell it, right? But go ahead, read. Being born again, read.
Not of corruptible seed.
Not corruptible. That's the point, read.
But of incorruptible.
But of what?
Incorruptible.
See, there's a level of incorruption that the Most High is looking for from us. Niggas gotta stop lying. Stop being deceptive. Sneaky. That's corruptible. Stop lying to yourselves. Be truthful, man. Some brothers and sisters just be lying for no reason. Why did you do that? I didn't. But you did.
You've been lying. You a habitual liar.
Habitual, right? Habitual liars, man.
Don't even know when you do it.
You just so good at it. Go ahead.
By the word of the Most High, which liveth.
But what? But he said what?
By the word of the Most High.
By what?
The word of the Most High.
By what?
The word of the Most High.
That's the only thing that's going to deliver the incorruptibility to you, man, is the word. Stop running from the Bible. Stop running from studying. Stop running from, hey, get your scriptures. You little kids, from mile one all the way on, stop running from, or don't make it a habit to run from your daily reading, your daily cleansing. Y'all hear me?
God.
Con?
God.
Con. Don't run from it. It's going to help you. Video games, phone, TV, that's not going to put nothing in your mind. Now, am I saying never ever to do those things? No, I'm not saying that. But what you have to understand as young adults is that what's going to get you to the level where you're not like everyone else in the world? Right? What's going to get you to that level? It's the word. Go ahead.
Which liveth and abideth forever.
1 Peter 5 and 6. And we're not going to abide
like
here.
that. We abide
1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 6.
We're supposed to abide in the word, right? That's the strength, but the world abides in what? Everything outside the word.
Emotions, drugs,
That's
alcohol.
right. And those aren't for certain. Those aren't
devices.
Yeah, the devices, they're uncertain. The Bible says that what does it say? It says wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of our times. The word is what makes you stable. But we have to ask yourself, why am I not stable? Well, these attributes I'm not working on. These things I'm not trying to shine within me. Y'all see this?
Right. Go to where we at? Marwa, get that for me.
1 Peter 5 and verse 6.
Read.
Humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of God.
He said what?
Humble yourself, therefore, under the mighty hand of God.
Right. So we got to be humble, or you're gonna be humbled. Y'all, it's like get down or lay down, man.
Sooner than later.
Humble yourself or just be humble. Now, I don't want to be humble. I'd rather just give it up. Most High, you can take it. You got it. Go ahead.
That he may exalt you in due time.
That he may do what?
Exalt you in due time.
Go ahead.
Casting all your care upon him.
Read.
For he careth for you.
Yeah, he cares for you so much that he valued you. He gave you the wisdom to make yourself elevate out of the mire, out of the filth. Go ahead.
Be sober.
But you got to be sober. This is what the purging will get you, a sober mentality. Read.
Be vigilant.
But you got to be vigilant. You got to be on top of yourself. If you're a man with a wife and kids, you got to be on top of you, your wife, and your children. If you're a wife, you got to be on top of your house, on top of your children. If you're a leader, you got to be on top of everything. Be vigilant. Read.
Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion,
right,
walketh about.
Go ahead.
Seeketh whom he may devour.
Read on.
Whom resisteth steadfast in the faith.
Go ahead.
Knowing that the same afflictions
right,
are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world.
Right. So these afflictions, right? We're talking about them. We've talked about them. Go ahead.
With the God of all grace.
Read.
Who hath called us unto his eternal glory by Jesus Christ.
Go ahead.
After that ye have suffered a while.
Right. After your light afflictions, after your trials and tribulations, after the Ecclesiastes 2 hits, after Matthew's 4 hits, Satan leaves for a time. What's supposed to really happen? Are you supposed to, when Satan comes and it said he flee for a season, you supposed to flee with him? Right, Satan left and so did the brother.
Right,
like, what the hell?
Grab his hand and went roll on.
Grabbed his hand and took you. He just whisked you off like a abducted child.
Right.
Right? It says after you have suffered a while, what? Read. You got to stay with me. He said, after that you have suffered a while. You there? Verse 10.
Make you perfect.
Make you what?
Make you perfect.
Make you what?
Make you perfect.
Go ahead.
establish,
read,
strengthen,
read.
settle you.
That's the benefits, man. Strength, being established, rooted, settled, being at peace. Y'all see that? Any questions on that? I know I went over 20 minutes. Forgive me, it's my first time back.
Man, settle real quick.
I ain't been here in a minute.
The definition of settled is to place in a permanent condition after wandering or fluctuation. Wow. That's a whole nother.
Any questions on that, on the class? Can you explain the Star of David, and should we be wearing it? What we can do, since we went a little bit over, we'll have this is what you do. Tune in tomorrow for Sabbath class. Yeah, you can tune in for Houston, or when y'all do class again?
Friday.
Friday. Tune in for class Friday, and Zion can go over that. It's easy. It's easy. I didn't want to take y'all too far over, but yeah, tune in for class on Friday. Zion can answer that for you. Or you can tune in tomorrow for Sabbath class in Houston, and Lacharod can answer that also. I can answer it also. I just don't want to take us over. And then, Ashamoth was saying raise tents, meaning rouse Israel here in Denver. Well, remember, you've been by yourself for a long time, Ashamoth. So the scriptures say, just like it says in Hebrews 5, when you all be teachers, you need someone to teach you again. You'd have to get back and remember and be retaught the standard of how to raise up Israel. You see what I'm saying? And how to be that proper example. It's nothing against you personally. It's nothing against any brother. But one of the biggest problems we have in Israel is what? Self-appointed super high priest of the third power times 5 exponentiated. Whatever, I just made that up. Right? But that's what brothers do. They throw a title on themselves, super high priest, chief priest supreme, and they're teaching the wrong stuff, wrong example. So the whole point is to fall under brothers that are teaching, 2 Timothy 3? 1 Timothy 3, right? The standards of a bishop, go through that training, be retaught. That way now, if that's an option, that could be an option, but you want to do things the right way. Right. The scriptures say strive lawfully. All right? So, yeah. Everything in time, bro. Everything in its time. All right? Anything else? Anything on the class? It is the Shabbat, so remember, the things that you do throughout the week, the extra TV and all that stuff, give it a rest, study. Get in the book, read. Don't listen. Today ain't the day to be arguing with your rib, arguing with brothers, arguing contention in your house. Put that to the side for at least one day, man, and give your mind to the Lord. All right? All right. Khan? All right. With that, we thank everybody for joining us. We're going to say shalom.
Shalom!
Shines the power, yeah. You're chilling up in the kingdom, chilling with Yahweh Shai and all the brothers and the sisters, cooling out, having fun, drinking yayan with Yahweh Shai up in the kingdom, yeah.
Who are we? It's God! That who are we? It's God! Can't be you!
Israel.
Who's the power?
Yahweh Bahashim, Yahweh Shai's the power.